Good afternoon. Warm welcome to all of you in the Genesis of Education Impression Roorkee, Uttarakhand. And this is the exclusive virtual interview series with educational giants. Our first interview is with Dr. Meena Rajesh, Vice Chancellor, GS Raisoni University, Madhya Pradesh. So a warm welcome to ma'am. आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है जेनेसिस ऑफ एजुकेशन इम्प्रेशन में। और मैम आपका इंटरव्यू स्टार्ट करने से पहले आप मैम कोई भी मतलब हिंदी इंग्लिश आप कुछ भी में भी बात कर सकते हैं मैम। एंड मैम मैं आपसे कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछूंगी इंटरव्यू में, तो अब हम आप उनके आंसर देना मैम। मैम जैसे मैम यू आर a great leader ma'am, and with well organized analytical research oriented academician with the equity of mind, strong pursuit with negotiation skills. So ma'am, as the vice chancellor of excellent academy university, how proud do you feel about your position, and how do people react on your successful journey ma'am?
Thanks for having me for this interview session. Well, I'll be very humble. There is a loads of responsibilities on being a vice chancellor of a private university, and which is just 5 years old university. We, GH Raisoni University, is situated in Chindwara district, Madhya Pradesh. It's one of the largest district in Madhya Pradesh. So we are the only private university there. And when I joined this university, it was December 2019, and within 3 months of my joining, we had this COVID pandemic, and there was a lockdown, and all the issues started. So I had huge amount of responsibilities and challenges in front of me to deliver, both for my management as well as to the faculties and students here at our university. So to talk about my journey here to this position, I have been with this Raisoni group of institutions for the last 15 years. I joined as an assistant professor in Department of Management, and slowly and steadily, with due respect to my work, that I could reach to this position in year 2019. And I owe this to our chairman, Sir Shri Sunil Raisoni, who gave me ample amount of opportunities to prove myself and my work every now and then.
Ma'am, in India, though people express opinion on gender equality at all stages and public forum, they are very rare when it comes to practical implementation. So, what were the challenges that you had to overcome and face during your journey? Did you get good support from your family members and friends?
Yeah, to start with, see, in India, there are, I think females are more in academic session, many of them are teachers and professors. We choose this particular profession for a simple reason that to a certain extent, we can have a balanced work and personal life, because we get to have some time with our kids and families. And that might be the one reason why I chose this profession, irrespective of getting offers from the corporate once I completed my MBA. Definitely, without the support of family, you cannot grow in your professional life. The credit goes to my husband as well as to my parents, because I have two kids, one son and daughter. So when I started my career, they were in play school. So it's been 15 years, and now my kids have grown up and they are self-independent. They can take care of themselves. Definitely, while in the academics, you won't find much difference, because the majority of your colleagues are females. You get to have a certain amount of comfort zone because it is usually the teaching load that you have more and less of administrative. But as in how you climb the ladder of your profession, you tend to find less number of females at the top. This is definitely true that in the administrative part, you could find the number of females are lesser than the male counterparts. And the challenges I would say is long working hours, but once you come to this position, you are expected to deliver more. So you need to work more. So I don't find any big challenge as such being a female at this position, because we are well trained, we are well supported, and we have ample resources within our group and our university supporting us to perform well. So I don't find any challenges or things where it is difficult for us to work with the male counterpart.
Next, my question is, as an academician and administrator, what are your observation and opinion regarding the society and education system?
My observations regarding the education system, definitely our Indian education system needs a revamp. That's being done through the national education policy that was introduced last year. Definitely there will be quite a big change in our education system in coming years, and that is for good, because our teaching learning process and our evaluation system was quite very outdated, which didn't suit the current situation that is existing outside our education setup. So all the observations that were given by the academicians were well taken by the government, and it's being implemented through national education policy. And I hope to see those positive changes in coming years. And definitely it would have a greater impact on the output that we are going to get in next 5 to 7 years.
Ma'am, what are your messages for the youth of this nation and parents also, because you are in a university, so you have to deal to students and the parents also. So ma'am, what is your message?
See, my focus would be first on students, and then on teachers, and then on parents. For students, I would definitely say that we should accept the new normal. The life will not be same like before. तो जो उनकी अभी तक की पढ़ाई चल रहा था, जैसे चल रहा था, that won't be there in the future, because this COVID pandemic has made lot of changes, and those changes are permanent in nature. For example, adopting to online mode. This is something that everyone unexpectedly had to adopt, and now we are all comfortable with this online mode of conducting events, conducting programs, seminars, research conferences, classes, examinations. And so I insist that the students should have the quality of accepting the change and adapting and getting started. The more they wait, the more rigid they are, it is bound to affect their career. So adaptability to change is something that they should definitely look forward. And the second important thing for the students is that the skill sets have changed. पहले कैसा था कि आप अपने percentage marks पे concentrate कर रहे थे, पढ़ाई अच्छे से कर रहे थे और marks ज़्यादा ला रहे थे, thinking that you'll end up in a better career. But now the things have really changed. Now corporates conduct interview online, where within 3 minutes you have to speak and show your best of your best quality to the other side, to the person sitting on the other side. So you require a different skill sets, like communication will definitely be a very important skill set, whether आप हिंदी बोले या English. your skill set, your communication has to be very strong, and you have to be confident in what you want to speak. Clarity honi chahiye. And then skill sets like critical thinking, and critical and analytical thinking, वो आप में होना चाहिए. Skills sets dealing with data science, all these things are the need of the hour. इसको अगर आप ignore करेंगे, then I think it will be pretty difficult to get a good job. As well as the third important thing is jobs अभी दिन ब दिन कम होते जा रहे हैं, and we all know the reason. And the students have to be mentally prepared to equip themselves कि opportunity हमको कहाँ मिले. So I would suggest that if each one of you can come up with a self-employment option कि खुद का कुछ करें, खुद का कुछ शुरू करना है और उससे related अपना skills अच्छे से करें, knowledge बढ़ाएं, exposure लें, so definitely self-employment is it's the next boom that would be seen, because definitely there is slack in the job market, and students would be in pain if they look forward, and a mediocre student especially without developing much of a skill set would find it difficult to choose a job. And for teachers, this pandemic has taught us a lot, because the management was ready to spend huge amount of funds on online, but the teachers were not comfortable in teaching online. So पहले उनको हमको training देना पड़ा, groom करना पड़ा as to how to handle this online platform, and assessment करना, because we had the habit of writing pages after pages and giving marks and passing the students or failing the students. But now the online mode has taught us different way of assessments. So एक student को कैसे evaluate करना है, assess करना है, ये भी बदल गया है. So teachers have to learn and equip themselves. Otherwise, it's very difficult to survive in today's world. So teachers के लिए capacity building program होना चाहिए, and they should undergo various training programs to make themselves well equipped with the latest technologies that are found in the market, so that their teaching learning becomes an attractive one for their students. And for parents is going to be the change of mindset in terms of the culture. जो school या college का timing था कि सुबह बच्चा जाएगा तो शाम तक वापस आएगा. Now that is going to change. More students would opt for internship or life projects along with their studies. There is multiple entry exit options available by this new education policy. So बच्चा अभी 3 साल लगातार पढ़ाई डिग्री प्रोग्राम करके निकलेगा ऐसा कोई जरूरी नहीं है. 1 साल में उसको सर्टिफिकेट मिल जाता है, 2 साल में डिप्लोमा मिलेगा. तो बच्चे बहुत अभी they'll be more agile in sense that they would look forward for opportunities. So parents को भी थोड़ा सा अपनी rigidity छोड़ के they have to understand what is the need of the hour and should support the kids. Right?
जी मैम, जैसे आप इतना बिजी रहते हैं और पूरा शेड्यूल आप फिक्स रहता है आपका, तो मैम फैमिली के लिए कैसे आप टाइम निकाल पाते हैं मैम?
जैसे मैंने पहले ही बोला कि I chose this profession of academics or education, keeping in mind my family, because I got married at a very early age of 22 once I completed my MBA. So never thought I would make a career of for a long duration. So I joined, this is my second job, like after marriage is my first job, and before marriage also I was a lecturer in Tamil Nadu. So I have never shifted to any other group. I have been with this group since my early age, start of my career. How do I manage? It's the habits which make the habits make it different. I get up quite very early. My routine time is 4 a.m. in the morning. So 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. is what my time is. I do whatever I feel like doing, right from reading, writing, exercise, whatever it is. And from 6 to 8:30 is my kitchen time. And 9 I'm at office. I go back by 7 in the evening. So somehow, like, I could manage both my family and my work. So family has been great support to me. And thanks to pandemic, my both kids are at home. My daughter, who was in college, has been studying right from my home. So she's there to support me.
मैम आप जैसे साउथ इंडियन है, आपने आपकी पढ़ाई वहीं से हुई, तो मैम हिंदी जैसे लैंग्वेज का जो प्रॉब्लम आता है, तो मैम जैसे हिंदी आप बहुत अच्छे हिंदी बोल रहे हैं, तो मैम वो आपने कैसे सीखी?
वो सीखना पड़ेगा. Like if you are in a place where you need to learn few things, you have to learn. Though I learned Hindi in my school days, which had actually helped me in reading and writing, but speaking definitely had to try in my classes. First, I used to, teach only in English, but few students used to have problem in understanding, and that's where I started using few words which I knew, which I learned in my school days, and like that I slowly developed the language. Though I can understand Marathi also, but I can't speak Marathi fluently, but Hindi definitely I've learned because I have been here in this place for more than 20 years. So language has never been a problem to me.
जी मैम, आपका मैसेज स्पेशली वुमेन के लिए कि वो जैसे कुछ लोगों का माइंडसेट है कि वुमेन इस फील्ड में नहीं कर सकती है, जैसे वाइस चांसलर भी बहुत कम है मैम हमारे कंट्री में, तो मैम आपका कुछ मैसेज उनके लिए?
मैसेज देखिए, there is no difference between women or men. I would rather say women are have more strength and more powerful than men in our India. The only difference that makes is how much the way you dream about your passion. See, teaching was always my passion. हमने बहुत सारी जगह पे देखा है कि अगर आपको जो चीज में इंटरेस्ट है वो करना चाहिए और उससे आपको you'll get that peace of mind. I definitely believe in that because in my early days I used to take 5 to 7 lectures in a day. Imagine back-to-back lectures, but I never used to get tired because teaching was my passion, and I used to engage myself in those work. And somehow, जब भी आप hard work करते हैं, that is reflected somewhere down the line. Your work is noticed by your students, by your colleagues, by your boss, and it gets appreciated in some or other way. So for women, I think the inbuilt quality of patience, we all have an enormous amount of patience with us. Along with patience, if you have a passion and follow your passion with your heart, definitely one day we all will be successful. And this is what I have been doing it. I'm not a superwoman, or I'm not from a hi-fi family, or I'm not from a very big town. I'm from a small town in Tamil Nadu. So it was only my dedication and sincerity at the early stage of my career, and throughout it has been, and it has brought the efforts, the fruits, I would say. Follow your passion and have some patience and do the hard work.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for the nice interview. मैम, मैं आशा करती हूँ कि जो भी ये आपका इंटरव्यू देखेंगे तो उनको आपसे कुछ ना कुछ प्रेरणा जरूर मिलेगी. आप इतना हार्ड वर्क कर रहे हैं और आप जिस पोजीशन पर हैं उस पोजीशन पर जाने के लिए लोग सालों मेहनत करते हैं. और मैम, एक वुमेन होने के नाते आप बहुत सारे लोगों के लिए प्रेरणा है. तो मैं समझती हूँ मैम कि जो भी आपका इंटरव्यू देखेंगे उनको कुछ ना कुछ सीख आपसे मिलेगी. तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मैम आपका कि आपने हमें टाइम दिया इंटरव्यू के लिए. और मैम, ऐसे ही फ्यूचर में कुछ और इंटरेक्शन मैं आपके साथ करना चाहूंगी. सो मैम बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you.